This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Hello and welcome to We'll Run For It. This is your host, Tom, and with me as always are Aaron.
I'm the popular one.
So popular.
Michael.
This. that was for Christy.
You can't yell at us ever for cursing now.
And,
I can't believe it was me.
And Diana.
Hi. We're spiraling.
Here's the
Even
thing.
Started.
Here's the thing. And the very first thing that Aaron said was, okay, let's cut the beginning a little bit short and get down to it. But I just got to give a shout out to Christy because your Inside the Runner Studio got a lot of love.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
For
glad
sure.
it wasn't me that didn't get bleeped.
I thought it was intentional. I thought you intentionally left that in.
No,
that was laziness.
We're a clean tagged podcast,
Are
so
we?
that was the accident by accident. But it was funny because she was the one who. She was the reason I was listening to it too, and she was the reason why I figured out that it had happened because she texted and was like, "The end, I'm dead," and I was like, "What is she talking about?
What happened
What happened at the end?"
I'll usually listen on my drive to work just to make sure there was no issues or anything, but I didn't because I was listening to other stuff. So I didn't rehear the end after editing it, and I totally missed it.
So if you got to listen to it on Monday before like 7:30, 8 o'clock, you got to hear the uncensored version.
Yeah.
Which I
Hear
hear that
swear.
there's some people who downloaded it so
To
that
keep
they have it forever.
Yeah, there you go.
If someone makes an NFT off of that and you sell it for like $1 million, can you
get a cut of it?
can you just buy us pizza?
Yeah, just like a good pizza.
An NFT.
I don't even want to get started on that.
Oh,
so,
gosh.
so we have some announcements we wanted to make.
Announcements.
Announcements.
So we're all running the Shamrock half marathon weekend coming up on St. Patrick's Day weekend, and we wanted to announce some meetups. So on Friday, I don't know what date that is, but on the Friday
It's
of that
March
weekend,
18th.
March 18th at 5 p.m., we're going to meet up at the Smart Mouth Pilot House, and that's kind of in downtown Virginia Beach near like the high-rise hotels. And then Saturday, we're going to run the 8K in the morning and then go party in the tent. And then sometime mid-afternoon, kind of maybe around 3-ish, we're going to meet up at New Realm Brewing Company. And if you don't know where that is, Google it. It's a really big brewing company. Kind of, it's a little outside of Virginia Beach, but it's not that far.
Yeah, it's where we've gone a few times. Previously, there was a couple other breweries there, but New Realm is what's there now. So
Yeah. Everyone's welcome. Bring your friends. We love to meet people. We know a lot of people are going down. We know a lot of people are going to make plans with smaller groups, whatever. Like, do you, but this is where we're going to be, and we'd love to see people.
Yeah, and the Saturday time is just sort of the 3-ish because last time we were in the tent till like 11 something, getting a little trashy. So
Yeah.
Sunday was the worst of
Sunday
of
was
the 2
my
days.
God.
that was the thing. Was Saturday we're like, oh my god, we can't do this again, and then Sunday we
Was
upped
worse.
it, like it was somehow worse.
It was somehow worse.
I was telling people about this. Here's what happens. So you run your race, and you get into that tent, and they give everybody 2 beer tickets. And a lot of the
it's
people
more
that
than
run
that.
that
I think
race...
you get 4.
I think you had 4.
Well, here, a lot of those people that run that race are real athletes. And I'm not throwing shade at anybody that runs with us, but like a lot of those athletes are like, oh, I can possibly have more than 1 beer. Have my tickets.
Yeah,
Well,
and
yes,
people
that's
leave
true.
right after, and people leave after the race as well,
true.
like
And-
on the way out.
And they also like really they don't care. Well, unless you're Michael.
Unless you're Michael.
They don't care about beer tickets. If you have beer tickets from previous years, they like as long as you have a little tabby thing to hand to them, most of the time they don't care. And towards the end, they normally don't even care if you have one at all, unless your name is Michael.
Mm-hmm.
God, that was so funny.
It was hilarious.
That was funny. Everybody just walked up and got like beer without tickets.
And Michael tried to go up, and they were like, "Do you have a ticket?" And he came back so rejected.
He was so mad. Oh, God.
All right.
So Sunday for the half, a bunch of us are running together at a fun run pace.
Mm-hmm.
Michael will not be. And I know we've got other
Shocking.
friends. So
Yeah.
we've got Chris Chiak of Games We Grew Up With is running the full. I think he's the only one doing the full. And then there's a smaller group. Our friend Lisa has a time goal, so she's not running with us. And then I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the 8K, if I'm going to run it for time or run it for fun, since we're running for fun on Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to do 2 days for fun or just one. I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah, I
But-
haven't even thought about the 8K, so I guess I'll
Yeah.
see. But yeah,
Day
we're gonna
off.
have a lot of people there. I mean, Frumpa's gonna be there. Megan Avis is gonna be there. I believe she is. Anyway, she's in our group chat, but I don't think she's actually signed up for anything yet.
Oh,
Oh,
there
so
you go.
cute.
Yeah, we just got like the crew from Renohana. A couple of them are going to be there. There's going to be a lot of people. I think we have like 20 something people.
The Taylors.
Oh, the Taylors.
Oh, that's right.
Susanna's going to
Yes.
be there. There's going to be a ton of people.
Susanna!
Yeah, it's going to be a big
gonna
group.
be a
Yay, I'm
lot of
so
fun.
excited. So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
if you want to join us, we're a very open and friendly group. Just come hang out with us. We'd love to meet you.
Absolutely.
There'll be a lot of yelling. We'll warn you
No.
of that.
What are you talking about?
It's a loud group. It's a slow group, and we stay with the slowest person. So
Yes.
and
that's the rule.
if you want to know that person's name, it's Tom. But yeah. So and it's not too late to sign up. So if you're listening
Yeah.
to this and you're on the fence and you can make it to Virginia Beach St. Patrick's Day weekend, it's a really fun time.
And I'll
Yes.
never do it again.
And then we have another announcement, right?
Yeah, we do.
Can you believe it? We've been podcasting for almost 2 years.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Feels like 7.
Yeah. And last year, Tom came up with the clever idea to have a virtually live race where we were virtually live because we were live on Instagram and Facebook and all the places, group chatting with everyone. And we did a Zoom call and we all ran at the same time in all different locations all
pretty
across
close
the
to the same
country.
time, yeah.
How many states did we end up having, Tom? It's
I
like
don't remember.
20 something.
It was
Yeah.
it was 26 or 27.
Yeah.
And we also had Laura
Laura.
Duxon
Yeah.
running
that's
in
right.
the Netherlands, which still baffles my mind.
Also, where did you think she was?
I thought
New
she was in
Zealand?
like New Zealand because New Zealand and the Netherlands is the same thing.
Very close together. Very close.
Close.
Neighbors,
Close.
even.
It's
Yeah.
a hop,
So-
skip, and a jump.
It's a jump.
So we decided for our 2-year anniversary to bring back the virtually live race.
Woo!
We haven't really fully brainstormed it. It's February. We're looking at doing May. So right now the tentative date we have on the calendar is May 21st. We'll have medals medallions of
Medallions.
some kind again.
Medallions.
And we'll come up with something else to send you. But we hope that you'll join us for that.
And stay
Oh.
tuned for a day of Tom just streaming on the internet, just blowing up social media.
All right, here's the thing. The joke there is that I was adamant that I was going to be very active on social media throughout the event, and then I basically disappeared.
He didn't post anything for hours.
He's like, we're going to blow it out on social media. but I'm not going to be there.
And he wasn't even like, when we were running, there were parts where I was like, should we like take a photo? And like, he wasn't even like, he was like, oh, I guess. Like,
Guys, mistakes were, but this year I'm gonna blow it out on social media.
Oh god.
Oh man.
So funny. Yeah, so right now the tentative date, like I said, we have is May 21st, so put it on your calendars, and we'll have some details to follow in the next month or so.
Michael,
Yes.
do we have any 5-star reviews on either Apple Podcast Addict, or I'd say Spotify, but I don't think you can really see that.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know about Spotify, but no, none this week. But we had tons of shares with our Inside the Runner studio with Christy, which is just as good as a review. So thank you all for sharing it. And also next week we're going to have Bob from Rise and Run Inside the Runner studio coming
oh, he
out.
was great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that'll be the next Monday. But yeah, thank you everybody for sharing the show. But no 5-star reviews this time.
I always feel a little guilty when we have someone on that's like way more professional than we are. That
Yeah,
like know what
yeah.
they're doing, and we just sound
Right?
like yahoos. Like I just,
And he's got that like great voice.
oh
He
god,
does.
we just
Yeah.
sound terrible.
Yeah, he's got that broadcast voice. Guys, so on Spotify, last time we had 13 5-stars. This week we have 18 5-stars.
Oh wow! Thank you,
Oh,
So
wow.
thank you to the 5 people
Anonymous
who
people
who
thank
added their stars to the Spotify app.
There you go.
Go ahead and let us know whether you are one of them.
Yeah, that was
Man,
awesome.
anonymous people this week have really been my hero, and I'll leave it at that.
Oh boy.
All right. So what are we running for this week?
Oh my god, I wrote something down and I literally forgot what it was.
Oh,
What
that's
am I running
amazing.
for?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. I got Taco Bell tonight, and I'm doing the transformation challenge at Orange Dairy. So
a combo.
I've got to run. I got to just keep. I'm trying
It's a
to outrun the
balance.
food.
It's a
I'm trying to
balance.
outrun the food. I did put it in my Fitness Pal, so the calories are real. They're not like fake calories like they were for 2 years.
Fake
So,
calories.
so that's what I'm running for, is so that I can sometimes still treat myself even when I make majority good decisions.
Yeah, no, you have to. You can't just You gotta
Yeah, I
have
mean,
something.
I've been eating salad for lunches the last few weeks, but today I binged on pizza. So I mean, like, balance.
Balance.
You also did Orange Theory like 9
Yeah,
out of
it's
10
true.
days or something.
Yeah,
So
we can get into that later.
Yeah.
That was an accident, but
yeah.
that's fine. What are you running for?
Just running to get outside again, hopefully.
Oh my gosh, it was so warm today.
Yeah.
Don't jinx
Yeah.
it. Don't jinx it.
Yeah. I know. There's something on the radar, but yeah.
Yeah, Sunday or Saturday this week is supposed to be close to 60, so we're
Yeah.
hoping to get maybe a hike or something that we haven't done in forever. And
Yeah, at least get outside,
outside.
somewhere.
Yeah, we have a Valentine's Day 5K,
Mhm.
and looking at that weather, I'm like, good. Go out, run outside. It won't be freezing cold. Enjoy the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
And then next week it'll
be cold.
be
again.
back to terribleness. I'm running for streaking, actually.
Woo, we're going
Ooh,
streaking.
We're going streaking. So I love this Peloton. I don't know where it's been all my life, but I as of this morning, I'm on 22 days in a row
Oh, that's awesome.
of some sort of ride, and most
all rides.
all rides.
Oh.
And most of the time, I'll do multiple rides. Like I'll stack them up. I'm just gonna do this until we travel. This is not a Peloton commercial. Although I really hope with all
I
the
was
stuff
gonna
that's
say we
going on with them.
OTF.
I was like, it's also an OTF
I was gonna say
commercial.
we OTF commercial all the time. So you Peloton commercial all you want, Tom.
But here's the thing. With all the stuff that's going on with them
Oh,
laying
yeah.
off like 2,800 people, I swear they better not go under. Because this is something I actually like and I'm actually doing.
I don't think so.
I
Because they've
don't
been
think
around
so.
for a long time. I just think the COVID boom busted, and now like it's slowed down a little bit. Like,
Yeah, I agree with that.
like they're still getting monthly subscriptions at all us idiots.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, everyone who has it is still doing the monthly subscriptions because that's how
Yeah.
they get all the classes.
Somebody will
So,
buy them up.
yeah.
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 But, yeah, streaking. I'm going to keep the streak as long as I can, and I'm not going to feel bad if I miss a day, because when we travel, I can't do it. But I like it. And if you're listening and you are on Peloton, please add me as a friend and let's do some group rides. Talking to you, Maria. Let's do a ride together.
What's your Peloton handle? Do you want to shout that out?
It's
Yes.
TS Rides.
Ooh.
All right, and I'm gonna spoiler alert the goal getters. I just read in the goal getters that Tim went ahead and created a hashtag for you guys for Will Run for Pod. So I don't know what that means to all you Peloton people, but you can go ahead and hashtag Will Run for Pod. I don't know what that
Yay!
means. I hope you guys know what that means, because I don't. Do you guys like tag at the end?
The current
Like, what?
hashtag I have under my name is beers after, because it was like suggested hashtags that your friends already have. So I said that one, and I don't know what it means or what it's used for.
That's funny.
So my Peloton hashtag is Maryland Peloton, but like I have a bunch.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, make sure you add the Will Run for Pod, because
Yeah.
Tim went ahead and made that for you guys.
Well,
so
and
anyone who listens to this is on Peloton, add that to wherever you're supposed to add that to, I guess.
and sometimes the instructor will shout out the hashtags.
Oh, well, there you go. Even
Well,
better.
If Cody gives us a shout out, I will just die.
Yeah. Yes, you will.
All right. I'm running for physical therapy and getting it together.
Oh,
Good for you.
believe that.
Oh, why are you making me work?
Because you started the whole
I do
episode
the
with
work.
the
I am
F-bomb.
allowed to make
It's
extra
like,
work.
I can break the rules because I wrote the book.
All right. Well, that's what I'm running for. I told you guys at the beginning of the year I was going to the doctor, which I have done. Not a whole lot has come from that. I'm looking into some other things, trying to see whether or not I can get other blood work done to look at some of my vitamin levels. I hear that's actually more difficult than I thought it was going to be, because apparently insurance doesn't cover a lot of those things. So doctors
Wait.
won't immediately
Wait,
test
you're
for
telling
some of this
me
stuff.
the United States healthcare system is a hindrance
It's
to public
questionable.
health?
I am saying
Like,
that. And so,
Shocking.
unfortunately, I got to see whether or not I got to pay for some of it. I don't know. That's a different conversation. But I have had this like nagging pain in my hamstring abductor kind of as well. So I decided to go to a physical therapist and make sure that it's just, normal tightness and not, and my insurance luckily covers physical therapy without a prescription. So I went, exactly what I figured is my left side has issues. It always has. It's the weaker side. When he does like the strength tests on them, I can't fight against he pushes against my leg and I have to like push against it, and he just pushes it straight down because I have no strength to fight against it.
Oh God!
Yeah, it's really bad. But my right side is completely different. As soon as he does it, I'm fine. It's just my left side. So he's going to give me some specific exercises to strengthen that side. And then there's like a big muscle knot or tightness, kind of where my abductor and my hamstring come together into my glute. So they're going to try and work that out as well. So I don't know. I'm on the path to trying to figure out all the things that are wrong with me so that I can feel better and get my ish together.
Yes,
Good for
do
you.
it.
Good
Do
for
it,
you.
girl.
So would you say that improving your health overall is a goal of yours?
It is a goal of mine.
And now, it's time for our Will Run 4 Goal Getters. Congrats on making your goals, you getters. Oh, you runs the shit.
So we got, I don't know, about 20 goals this week. It was amazing. It's so funny. On my little girls group text, I was like, hey, we're about to go record. Does anyone have any goals? And Nicole said, not to die. With nothing else.
That's a good goal.
I don't,
Yeah.
just a good goal, I guess, but Let's see what else we got. Snarky Snacker.
Melissa.
She is adding strength and stretching into her routine. Oh, me too. I'm going to talk about that. Twins, message me, Melissa. Let me know what you're doing. Tab runs late. Continuing with strength training and ridiculous amounts of yoga stretching.
There you go.
Totally over this hip nonsense. Oh,
she had surgery though. Back in it was right before Wine and Dine, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she's trying to come back. She's trying to make a comeback.
The water bully Anna runs on coffee says, "Stop trying to make me set a goal and let me live my life." All caps. Anyway, adding strength training to my training quote plan. There, a real answer. She is out of control.
Consummate professional, that one.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Always.
She texted the other day. She's like, do you do strength training? I'm like, do you listen to the podcast? Like, I literally go to Orange Theory every like, she's like, oh, I forgot about that cult.
Yeah. And, I mean, yes, it's strength. I mean, well, I guess the rower is kind of strengthy training.
Well, you do, like, squats and, like,
but it's only, like, I guess 15 minutes is better than nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's still
I'll take it.
It's still strength
it.
training.
Well, ours has been like 25 because we're not doing 3G.
Oh,
yeah, because you guys
we
always do.
Yeah.
Which actually they're bringing. We can talk about that later. Where they're bringing back 3G finally.
All right. This Phoenix runs. My goal is to be stronger by year's end. So breaking that up into smaller goals. See, that's smart.
Yep.
Smarter than us. My goal for this next month is to plank for a minute 5 times a week. That sounds like a Tom challenge to me.
Yep.
Stretch like I should every day, especially after a workout. Work on my foot/ankle stability and overall balance. Oh, I need to do that. Sounds like a lot, but it's less than 15 minutes, so I know I can handle it. Oh, see, that's perfect.
That
Good
is,
job.
yeah.
Those little short workouts, and I'm going to talk about this later, have been what I've started to incorporate as well. And it's really easier. It's easier to commit.
Yeah.
Karate Chop is just the slowest person I've ever seen, and I wish he would spend some time on speed work because it's just embarrassing.
It's
honestly,
sick.
It's just I feel sorry for him.
Oh my God,
honestly.
this goal getter post too. Is karate
all
a
right.
genius, guys? Is he a genius?
All right. Oh God. The goals to stay healthy as I can as I start to get into the thick of Boston Marathon training and keep experimenting with fueling these longer runs, which is something I've never really given much thought to. Turns out when you eat carbs leading up to a big run and step out the front door with more than coffee in your gut, you have a much better running experience. Who knew?
Brilliant.
Feels like I've made a huge breakthrough in the sports science. Am I a genius? Maybe.
He should publish a paper on that.
And, like, everyone is just trolling us in their comments. It's making me laugh.
I mean, he's such
God.
he's a genius.
A genius.
Yes. I had no idea.
Although I can't believe any of you guys run with coffee in your stomach. It would just be a recipe for disaster.
Oh, really?
Oh my God! It would be instant as soon as I walked 5 minutes away from the house.
It'd be soft serve.
Oh my God!
Oh
Keep
my
going.
God.
All right, Megan, Beach Runner 78.
Oh, you knew
She's the one I knew.
Yay!
She's the one I knew. All right. PR and fun, stopping to pet all the doggos and finding my love of Rennie again at the cold, windy, rainy, but nothing like it Shamrock. Don't put that evil on us, Megan. Nothing like Shamrock. Donna half marathon on Sunday. Oh, so this was pre her doing the Donna half marathon.
Oh, she did the Donna. That's right.
Yeah, I stopped reading that midway, but she did the Donna half marathon on Sunday, and
think
it was
she did,
cold,
like,
windy, and rainy.
I think she did the 10K, the 8K, the 10K, the 5K. I don't know, a K the day before as well. So she did like whatever the challenge is. That's
I don't know.
part of Donna.
She looked adorable, like just the cutest. how am I pronouncing this?
Kizzle.
Kizzle.
Yes, that's Linda.
Linda is adding strength training back into my life and setting intentions for the week instead of just randomly running. You know, kind of like an actual training plan.
Giddy up.
I feel
Giddy
like
up.
everyone's got the same
Everyone's like,
kind of theme
what have I
going
been
here.
doing? Like, everyone's like, what has been going on for the last 2 years?
Oh,
Like, I just got
gosh.
to get back into it. Jennifer Cook, my goal is to get back into marathon training ASAP, but knocked down by a non-COVID-19 virus.
Ugh.
Ugh.
All the crud.
Yep.
Good luck.
Susie runs 50. Run my first marathon in 2023 at the age of 53.
Yeah. I think we talked about her last time, too, because she's planning to do the Disney Marathon because we had all the dopiers last goal-getters, and she's not doing dopey. She's only going to do the marathon.
Well, that I think is great. And
I do, too.
yep, I think it's amazing. I wish I would have done that.
We were trying to convince her that she should do dopey, but she's not going for it.
Don't cave. Don't do it. Don't cave.
It's just the training. All right. Run, Eat, Drink podcast. I love this video so much. Will Run For podcast. Who did it? Michael did it. He does them all.
Yes.
We are so proud to celebrate our whole Runcation Nation crew who ran the Donna Marathon this weekend. We achieved a goal of a podcast meetup and didn't run anyone off. Seriously crossing the finish line and going back to cross it with our friend who completed his first half. Amazing.
That's awesome.
That's really great.
Yeah,
So
and
great.
that's the run that they do annually because the Donna supports the Breast Cancer Foundation, so that's like one of their passion things. Also of note, Amy and Dana will be at Shamrock,
Oh, that's right.
and she
yeah.
asked about what kind of meetups we were going to be having. So
Well, there you go.
we'll be seeing them during the Shamrock Half Marathon weekend.
Do they like food and beverage?
I think they like to run, then they like to eat, and then they like to drink. And then they like to podcast about
It's a
it.
good race. Good race to do that at.
Smart. Also, Michael, you may have missed this, but apologies for the editing you're going to have to do throughout this entire segment.
Spoilers, everyone. I leave sometimes because our cats are maniacs.
It's true.
Oh, God. All right, Jack, I've been using City Strides and Run Go app to help me run in every street in... What?
Yeah.
To help me run every street in nearby South Jersey towns. Oh, my God.
That is an awesome
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So far, I've completed all of the roads in 9 towns, and I'm working on a bunch more.
That's insane.
That is
I actually want to have a
crazy,
chat
yeah.
about this with him.
Yeah.
At some point, I just didn't get to once I saw this goal getter today when I was putting it in here. Yeah. I want to hear about what towns you've completed because obviously we live super close and this is very interesting to me.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that is crazy. That's
Yeah.
fun, though. It's a cool challenge. Raph hit 500 pounds weightlifting last week.
Oh, it's
Whoop,
five.
whoop.
Yeah, the goal. Yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing. I've been watching all of his videos.
Yeah.
He's
Oh my
so
God.
cool. Oh, my God. He's going to try for 600
I don't
pounds
even know
because
what
on
that is.
February 2nd, I saw my shadow, which means... I can't with these people. I saw my shadow, which means Raph's going to wait until it's warm out to start running again.
That's fair.
Oh, God.
Fair point. Fair point.
That's good.
Oh,
Guys,
me too.
Jack shouted out Rob, who we haven't heard from in a while. Rob, where are you? What's been going on with you?
I don't know. He's just getting
He's
PRs,
running
I
fast.
assume.
He's running
He's just
fast.
running
Get-
fast
Winning.
somewhere.
Winning his
Winning
age
his
group,
age group.
running fast. All right. Oh, and then Angie of Chicagoland. On the road to rebuilding my endurance, I can run 2 miles without a walk break. I'm trying to absorb some of Laura Duxon's wisdom and not compare my pace to what I could do prior to the baby.
Aw.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. They should form like a little mommy group.
Aw.
Little new moms. All right, Jen Taylor. I'm keeping up with my physical therapy on my shoulder to get clearance and time to run at Shamrock. Shoulder surgery is the worst. To be told you can't run is the hardest things. I longingly look at runners when I'm out on my walks. I want to run too. Soon you will be... what does this say?
Soon you will be mine.
Be mine.
Comma, road. The comma missing throws it off.
Fun fact. Didn't know if you had shoulder surgery you couldn't run.
Yeah, I guess you can't because it would be
I am dumb
damaging.
as rocks.
Yeah.
Just...
I guess it would cause too much damage.
Well, you gotta
right?
you
Yeah.
go
Well,
like
I mean,
this.
what if
So,
you
like,
didn't
I
move
guess
your
you are.
arm?
Like you're moving your whole body, like
What if you
everything,
don't?
like
You just run like Evan Hansen.
I don't know. Like, how would you not move your whole body? Like,
I would take any excuse to. Be
I
like,
don't know.
Oh, can't run.
Can't run.
Oh my gosh.
Jamie, 2 races, 2 second place finishes on the can you imagine? Next on the calendar is 19.7 Fellowship of the Idiots. Next week 15K. Then finish the month with a final 5K. He's got it. He's got the bug.
Like he does because
He's
he
got
was
that
on Facebook saying that he had like 20 races on the
Oh my
calendar or something
God.
like that. And I was
Yeah.
like, what is this life?
It's new runner.
And-
Remember?
Yeah, that's
we
what I
all
said.
used to do it.
I know. I said that to him. I said, I remember those days when, and then asked him when his first full was going to be. And then he
Yep.
said that he wasn't ready. And I was like, sir, I believe you are. If he's going to run 19.7 miles this weekend,
He
he's
can do
ready
a half
for a
marathon. Or
marathon.
he can do a full
he's
marathon.
ready for
yeah.
a marathon.
Yep. New runners. All right. And then Tim, who created our fantastic Peloton hashtag, trying to be a more well-rounded athlete, lifting weights in a gym 2 weeks in a row. Whoop whoop. Also with the Peloton talk, just created a group tag. We'll run for pod.
Awesome. So
Thank
hashtag We'll Run for Pod on Peloton. Join us.
Join the cult.
Join
and then
the cult that is Peloton.
and then there's something else here. Something here.
Oh, look
at
at that.
At the bottom of the.
A young upstart, Tom Stover. He's got a goal. He's setting a goal of 500 Peloton bike rides in 2022.
That's more days.
that a
than
lot?
there are. Yes, that's more days there are in
Oh,
a year.
yeah, okay. But he said that, like, so if he does a warm-up ride and, like, a cool-down ride, that's 3 rides in one day.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. I feel like I'm going to hit it real hard going up into dopey training. And then once dopey training starts, I'm going to have to be running. So I'm not going to have the same motivation.
Yeah.
Are you saying I shouldn't do this?
No, I'm just saying, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were being like, yeah, you can't do this, meh.
I mean, kind
The
of.
support.
Exactly. I knew I heard it.
The love and support people get.
And that's why it's my goal. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be your goal.
No, because I have like 20 total rides. How many rides do you have so far?
52, 53?
And that's in a month?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Oh, you can do it then.
I don't know. I'm super motivated right now with
50
it.
times 12?
A lot.
600.
600.
Oh, well, okay. Then you're fine.
It's going to slow down. Once that dopey training starts and we have to do those long back-to-backs, I'm not going to want to see this Peloton.
I think you could still work the Peloton into it,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think the Peloton's going to be good for
Yeah.
you to have some cross training as well. Like, you can't just, like, hit all the miles. You got to have a down day where you're not doing. So if you do an easy cycle day, I think that's going to be super
Well,
healthy for you.
And honestly, if you enjoy it, I would just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't want to burn yourself out on trying to do too much. So, like, if you have, like, an easy day, or, I mean, a lot of the plans also work in a day for cross training and or strength training. So if you, whatever day that is, you just do
your Peloton.
Do your Peloton.
Or the days that you have like short runs, like in the
Yeah.
middle of the week. If you have like a 2 or 3 mile run, do a Peloton after that.
Yeah.
And you don't have to
Yeah.
do, like, a hard ride, then just do one of the easier rides.
yeah.
Yeah, they have low intensity. You can just
Yeah.
search by it. That's nice. I lose motivation. Like, so that kind of happened with me with Orange Theory. Like, I was going like 5 days a week. And then for a while, I started going like 3 days a week. But now I'm back up to like 4 or 5 days a week.
Well, we just, I mean, to jump into the different cult that we're in, we're coming off of the Unlimited Orange Theory right now. So this is our last week of it. I actually canceled my class today because I accidentally, because we just scheduled a bunch of classes thinking like on the weekends, if we get to do them, we'll do them. If not, we'll cancel them the day before. But like with the wait lists and everything that were happening because of the transformation challenge and because of the beginning of the year, the classes were
crappy out.
Yeah, the classes were getting kind of full. So we were like, let's just schedule Saturday and Sunday and we can kind of see what the weekend looks like. And then this past weekend, we didn't have a lot going on. So I was like, well, I'm just going to go.
Yeah.
And then I didn't realize that our normal days are Monday through Thursday, but that means that I'd be going 6 days a week in a row. And then the previous week I had already done the 4. So I was like, holy crap, this is like 9 out of 10 days. Like, and it would have been 10 out of 11 days. And I was like, I can't do that. I'm like, after yesterday, I was like, I can't do tomorrow. I'm done.
Yeah. No, you need a break.
It wasn't even on purpose. Like I wasn't like, I don't know. It got out of hand. It was too much.
What did I say to you? You want to go so frequently your classes cost a nickel.
Yeah, I just didn't realize how stacked I had them. So I have off today. I have off tomorrow. Probably nice. Saturday because we're gonna hopefully do a hike and then maybe go Sunday, and then Monday's our last day of Unlimited. So next week we'll have 3 classes, and then we'll drop back down to 2 classes a week.
Yeah,
and start picking up more running again.
Start running.
Yeah, I'm going to continue with Unlimited until Dopey training picks up to more than like 3 days a week. Mm-hmm. So probably, and when I kind of map it out on the calendar, probably starting like next October, I'll get rid of Unlimited and then just do 2 days a week. But if I go, I have to go at least 3 days a week.
Yeah, to make it worth it.
To make it worth it.
Yeah.
Which I always do because even if like I miss a week, the next week I usually do like 4 or 5 classes. Mm-hmm. So like a lot of times, because I know you guys like will switch back and forth, like you'll go Unlimited and then stop Unlimited.
Yeah.
Like I always just try and get more than, what is that, like 12 classes a month.
Yeah, I think that 3 days a week is hard for us just because because we do, our base for higher is kind of higher.
Yes.
And I mapped out.
You run insane
I'm
miles.
not.
You run so much.
Okay. You say that, but then like in January, I think I ran a total of like 60 miles altogether, including my Orange Theory miles.
And including the Disney Marathon.
Yeah. 39 of them were on one weekend.
You were burnt out.
But December, we didn't really have that many miles. I haven't actually run more than 20 to 24 miles a week in a very long time. So like my base miles are actually really non-existent. So I mapped out Big Sur, which is way closer than I realized. Like way closer
when is it?
Than I realized.
End of April.
But like month wise and like on like even a 12 to 18 week training plan, I'm so far behind. So I don't really know. I gotta figure out how to pick up some of those miles, especially because my leg is still bothering me a little. I don't know. I have this weird pain like that kind of shoots down from like the bottom of my butt down to the side of my leg on the inside.
Oh,
it's
God.
like the abductor into the hamstring that's been bothering me. And it's like nagging. It's not like super painful. It's only painful when I do certain stretches, and like having gone now to the PT and him talking about it. It's like, it's when I hyperextend it, I think, or overextend it. I don't know, whatever I do. So it's only during certain things that I'll actually even really feel it. So I got to get that sort of situated. He gave me some like leg lifts and stuff to do. So primarily on my left side, I've got to like do 20 leg lifts forward
and then
sideways and then lay on my stomach and then do leg lifts like towards the back. And so in like every direction, and then bridges. with a ball in between my legs, and then bridges where you like are doing a bridge, and
I
then
was
you
going to say you should be used to that, and then I stopped myself.
you didn't really stop yourself because you just
Guys.
said it. Because you just said it. She's like, I was going to say that, but then I didn't say it, but I said it.
I still wanted to get it out.
So he gave me these bridges that are like your feet are closer to your butt, and then you walk your feet out while you're in the bridge, and then walk them back. It sucked. It was so hard. So I'm doing.
And I think some of that stuff will help, like, because that's all. When I used to do like runner workouts, like runner strength, all that stuff was in runner strength training.
Yeah,
so.
definitely. Yeah. So I don't know.
Cool.
I used to do the PT a while ago, and it was kind of like forced strength training. So I kind of am looking at this in kind of the same way, where it's like very specific strength training for all the things that are wrong with my body.
Yeah, so we've really transitioned into our kind of training update that we wanted to give.
Yeah.
With OTF and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I've been going to that. Like I said, I'm doing Transformation Challenge, which they do a body scan at the beginning and then a body scan at the end, and it's percentage of fat loss, so it's not like pounds or anything like that. And that was horrifying. And and then last week I guess I went 4 times. This week I went 5 times. So I'm going to try and go to 5 days a week, but then also do something afterwards. So I ran this week. I've done bike after, and then today I did the elliptical after. So I've been kind of doing a few extra things. So my legs are getting kind of tired, but I'm trying to stick with it. And then the other thing that I've added, which I forget who was talking about it in their goal getter, but adding like little exercises or little routines. So Tom has been on his Peloton streak, and I've been doing these little short exercises on Peloton. So I've been doing like on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, I've been doing like a 5-minute ab, like core workout.
Nice.
And then just doing some sit-ups and crunches like after that. But it's easy because it's 5 minutes. So like today I put my coffee on, and then I went and I did the 5 minutes, and then it was done for the day. So I've been doing that. And then Kate talked me into doing this arm challenge on Peloton, and I sent it to Maria, and she's doing it too now and cursing me. But Tunde on Peloton, who's the instructor's name, she has these 10-minute arm workouts, and all you're doing is 3 pounds. So you're like, oh, it's not going to be bad, and then you want to die. So they've been really, really difficult, but they're only 10 minutes, and then they're done. And we're supposed to do that 3 days a week, and I'm going to try and do that for at least 6 weeks, and then just see how far I go. But it's the same exercise for the 3 days, and then you switch to a new exercise for like the next week. And this week it's been all shoulders, so it's been like, just hold your arms out straight for like a minute and a half with these weights.
Oh my
and then
God.
you're going to start lowering them and then bringing them back up. And then going down on the count of 3 and then up by 1. It's just miserable. This week is
with
really
your
hard.
arms, like even in Orange Theory, any days where they have like the like where you have to like lift the weights over your head or like do like the flies, and you have to like bring your like your arms up, holding weights like that is really hard.
Yeah,
like
my arms are so weak.
You think like, oh, I can do this with like 8 pounds or like 12 pounds or whatever you start with, and then you're like, you go do 1, and you're like, I'm not doing this. I'm going down in weight because this is stupid.
Yeah, and I think it's just like, because she does like, it'll usually only have like, for 10 minutes, it'll have like 4 moves or 5 moves or, you know, something that's kind of repeatable. So you're doing like the same thing for a long time is I think more what it is. So it's more about kind of how long you do it than just doing like 4 of these. Yeah. You know? So, but I feel like if I can keep that kind of stuff up, it just is going to make me stronger because I feel like I am getting stronger. I'm getting faster on the treadmill.
You really are.
Yeah, you've been killing it with the paces.
Here's my thing. I am now afraid to run outside because winter has forced me onto the treadmill because I've decided I'm a huge baby and I'm not running outside in the cold anymore. I don't know why I've just decided that. But in my age, I've decided my frail skin can't handle the cold, and I've gone to the treadmill, and now I'm legit afraid to go back outside because I'm not going to be able to hit those paces.
Well, I knew you were
cold.
going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. But I will say the year that I ran, I swear to you, the year I ran all of my miles on the treadmill, I literally did not see the outside world for like 3 full months. When I got onto the road, I was shocked at how fast I was on the road because the treadmill forces you to go at one pace because it teaches you to sort of just have this monotonous kind of pace. And when you take it to the road, it is actually it's almost easier because you're not, I don't even know how to describe it. Like you're not forced into like this one pace. So you just, it's kind of like your legs are like kind of let go and and you're surprised by how quick they move.
Well, I'm hoping that happens, and I hope that I can just get kind of my base pace up where I feel like I'm not going to die. Because when I did those really fast miles, I don't know if that was Monday or Tuesday, I legit thought I was going to barf because I was running. It was like one of those where I was like, I wonder if I can do it. So I was kind of pushing myself. So I'd like to get to like kind of like what is my comfortable pace.
Yeah.
On the treadmill, but
I think you might surprise yourself. I think you might surprise yourself when you get on the road. Like I really do.
I'm a little nervous because when I'm on the treadmill, like I don't like going back and forth too often on paces. So like I don't do like my 2-and-1s or my 130s on the treadmill. I'll run for 4 minutes and then walk a minute and then 4 minutes and then walk a minute. So I'm wondering like if I should like do what I'm going to do outside. Especially if I'm doing that on my own and like running my own race, that's fine. And I can change my intervals to that. But when I run with other people and like when I'm training for Dopey, like we're going to do 2-and-1s. So I don't know what to do. I guess if I train for 4-and-1s, but I'm running with other people, I could do 2-and-1s. Like, yeah, I don't know. You're the ones that run like flat out and then switch to intervals. Is it like hard? I guess like when you're switching to like really short ones, but like.
No, like
I've never run
going to like a 4-and-1 or a 2-and-1. Those aren't that difficult.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be all that hard.
I don't think that's going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's when you do like the 30-30s that like.
Yeah, that's a little like yeah. I actually tweaked my knee in class last week.
Oh, no. Oh, that's why Erin went to classes without you.
Yeah.
Only one. She's acting like I went to half the classes. I skipped one class.
No, I just trolled him for the one class. I didn't troll him over. Like, I didn't say he missed a lot more. I just said he abandoned me for the one class.
Remember when you abandoned me on that run that one weekend?
No, I don't.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, because so I tweaked it like on Thursday in class on one of the sprints or whatever. Like I felt it and I was like, damn it. Mm-hmm. And then Saturday we did a class and ran afterwards, and I was like, it was a little too much. I should have not done that on Saturday. I should have just done the class and it probably would have been fine. But then Sunday I woke up and I'm like, just like, it wasn't like super painful, but it was like, if I don't rest for a day, I'm really gonna regret this. So actually by Monday it was all right.
See?
I still
what
feel
rest
it a little.
Can do.
Yeah. I mean, I still feel it a little, but it is actually healing. So, yeah.
Well, that's my frustration about my hamstring is we took those 2 full weeks off of everything from the COVID and the crud. And my hamstring's not better. So that's what made me actually go, okay, something's not like really right. Yeah, it's not being overworked. There's something actually wrong with it. So whereas his knee, at least it's, it was just a tweak, and just resting it for a day sort of made it feel a little bit better, that as long as he took it easy. Cause I think the next day, you kind of more walked, right?
Yeah, just did I did the power walking inclines or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just took it a little bit easy and just made sure I was careful with stuff. And of course, we've been on the rower so much.
We have, because they're getting ready for the 500 benchmark. So I feel like every class, because not everyone takes every single class, so every
so much
class
rowing.
is rowing right now.
So
Yeah, I
sick
feel
of
like
rowing.
it was so
rowing.
funny because you guys were talking about that. I was like, isn't that normal? Because almost every class I go to is 3G. Like, it's
Yeah.
very rarely a 2G at the time I go in the morning. So I'm used to rowing some portion of 14 minutes. Like,
Yeah,
either
that's
all
true.
out or doing like 500 meters and then getting off and doing an exercise, and then 500 meters and then getting off and doing an exercise. Like, that's
which is
like,
a lot of what we've been doing, except for like
Yeah.
Saturday we were doing.
Oh, yeah, you guys had
we
straight
did
row,
like
right?
it was
14
just
minutes.
straight,
Yeah.
straight 14 minutes of rowing.
Yep.
And
I've only had to do that a couple times. Like,
It was-
that doesn't happen very often.
it was insane
Yeah, it's
how much
awful.
rowing we did. I
Yeah.
was like, what is happening?
It's been so long since I did 3G because it was when I used to go way back, so a few years ago, that I don't really remember it. But I just don't. I prefer more floor and less rowing,
Yeah.
honestly.
the rowing's hard.
Yeah.
We're going back to the full capacity 3G classes too soon, is what they have been announcing. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, I can't believe we're actually having a training conversation and we're all doing stuff.
Yeah, we're
Going
actually all
on-
doing
yeah.
stuff.
What time?
It's
But
weird.
besides Peloton, the
Tom's
Peloton.
been killing it on
Are
the
you?
Peloton.
What else are you doing?
Very little.
Okay.
So I'm doing a lot of Peloton. The test is going to be the next couple weeks because that's when we actually start putting on mileage on the long runs on the weekend. So this Saturday, we have to do a 5K. We're signed up for a 5K, so that's fine. But then the next 3 weeks, we do like 8 miles, 9.5 miles, and like 10 miles. I just really need to hit each of those
Yeah.
and do it well.
Yeah.
And, and I really want to feel good for those runs because then I feel like I'll be going into Shamrock with at least some confidence under me,
Yeah.
Yeah, Shamrock's coming quick.
It'll be here.
I know.
So-
I know, because then right a month later is Big Sur. So I realized how quick, like I only have 2 months to get my button gear, both for one for Shamrock and two for Big Sur then. So yeah,
We got a nice little treat in the middle, though, with Springtime Surprise.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which actually is messing up my schedule a little because we have like 3 weeks in a row, because the one in between Shamrock and Springtime, we have the half marathon
Big Woods.
at Big Woods. So I have a half marathon, 10 miler, which really one of those weekends really should be a higher mileage weekend. So I got to kind of figure out.
Honestly, if you do something with Big Woods, I mean, that'll be
Yeah,
fine. Because
I
Big
just
Woods
gotta-
is hard. It's like 2,000 feet of climbing.
No, it is. And that's why
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm going to be able to do something else with it. So
You gotta figure
backing
it out.
into my calendar, I realized that by putting 3 race weekends in a row that close to Big Sur, I kind of like messed up being able to do some of the higher mileage weeks. So I don't know. We'll see.
Springtime though, you'll get like 19 miles, and then outside of whatever you put on your legs with Disney, right?
But-
yeah, but it's not going
but
to be
it's
like
not-
it's
a
not going to be like an
19-mile
18 miler.
run.
Like I need an
Yeah,
18 miler
yeah.
at some point.
Look, I'm just trying to help you.
So we'll see. We'll figure it out. I'm not that worried. Big Sur isn't a goal race. It's like meant to be more like, see the scenery, but it's also got a time limit and some
It's
hills.
yeah. Yeah.
So I do need to
Yeah.
make sure I'm in
Yeah.
good enough shape to get up the hills.
Yeah.
So
There you
you
go.
can do it. Tom, you've actually been, I know you ran on the treadmill one weekend, but like Tom's actually been running outside when I've been being a huge baby and hiding inside.
As soon as it's dry,
yeah.
He
I
doesn't
will run
like it.
outside.
If there's a chance there's a piece of ice outside.
absolutely not. Absolutely
Oh,
not.
my God.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not
you
doing
are.
it.
Have
So-
you been doing any other exercises like with the Peloton? Like a lot of times, like I won't do a warm up or a cool down ride. Sometimes I will. But I'll do like a ride and then say, okay, I'm going to do like 10-minute arms or 10-minute strength or something after. And I know you were doing some of that, but have you been doing that recently?
I mean, it's been mostly rides, but I've been trying like the high intensity or the the intervals or like the climb rides where the resistance is real high. So it like feels.
Do you change that yourself, or does the bike automatically change?
You change it, but I mean, it's
It'll
real.
change it for you if you. Yeah, it'll change it for you if you're
Yeah.
doing like a live class and you set it up like that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Depending on the bike you have, like our bike will do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm super focused on making sure that the next couple Saturdays I do the long run, and it feels good, and I'm stretching and all that.
We act like we don't live together and know what each other's doing, but we don't, because like I'll leave the house to go work out and he'll like stay and do the Peloton, or like I'll like be in the room, like bedroom watching a movie, and then he'll be out doing the Peloton. I don't know what he's doing.
That's how we keep the mystery.
It's just like when I left this morning, when I left to go to Orange Theory this morning, he was already on the bike. I didn't know what he was doing. Like, I didn't know what kind of workout. Like, I didn't know if he was doing, like, multiple ones or doing this or doing that or, like...
Yeah.
So, but no, I can't believe we're all actually training. This is, like, might be a first, where it's all four of us. Usually it's, like, two of us or one of us or three of us.
I feel like we're not quite at the run part of our training.
No, but that's
so I
okay.
do got to start getting there. I have actually been doing yoga almost every single morning.
Oh, that's amazing. I hate yoga.
I do too. And it's growing on me again because I'm like 3 weeks into it. So like now it's growing on me a little bit more because like my back doesn't hurt as much as it does. Like the 3 weeks ago, every morning I'd wake up and be like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain. And now 3 weeks into it, my back's like, oh, it's tight. It's kind of like, when I first start doing it, but then like immediately loosens up and it's like, okay, like, so every morning I wake up, my back doesn't feel like trash. So that's great.
Positive. That's a positive.
So I feel like I can feel the difference, and I'm not doing like crazy yoga videos. Like I'm doing like 10-minute wake up with Adrian, like quick, like 10 to 15 minute yoga videos that sort of just wake up my body and get it stretched out. And I feel like it's overall, like I can almost touch my toes again. I haven't been able to do that in a really long time.
I've never been able to touch my toes. I wonder is it like relaxing enough? Like, could I do it like maybe before bed, like do a yoga and a meditation?
Yeah, there's like
bed?
there's a bunch of meditative ones on her channel too. Like I've just been, so I had started doing a 30-day one. And then some of them were like 30 minutes to 40 minutes. So on those days, I've been sort of skipping the long ones and finding like a shorter one, to do. So I don't know. It's been some mornings I do the video completely. And then other mornings I kind of do my own stretches based off of what I've sort of learned from the previous videos.
Maybe I'll try that to just kind of wind myself down in the evening, do some stretching, some meditation, and actually sleep. I'm such a terrible sleeper. So like once I'm asleep, I'm fine. But I have such a hard time falling asleep, and then I guess maybe sometimes staying asleep.
I don't know what else. Anything else you're doing, Michael?
No, not really. I'll start running tomorrow, and that's about it.
I'm proud of us. Guys, I really am.
Is there anyone you'd like to run, hike, or yoga with?
No.
Oh, okay.
I do it solo.
You do it solo? You're not... Oh my God! This first one.
We're bringing back a long lost segment.
We're bringing back the long lost run hike yoga segment, and I just scrolled up to the pictures, and it's the first set. So our first round of run hike yoga. Now, remind everybody who may not have been listening. Run hike yoga is: do you want to run with the person? Have a quick get together, hang out. You want to hike with them, spend a long time together, or do you want to yoga? And you can assume what yoga means. All right. So our first round.
We were
impossible.
We were never sure last time what yoga was a euphemism.
I think we were all sure, except for Tom.
Except for Tom.
So our first round is a mustache round.
Oh God.
So our first mustache is, of course, our good friend Sean Karate Chop. Our second is classic Tom Selleck. And our third is, oh my God, how did I just forget his name?
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
All right, here's the thing. It normally would. Sam Elliott typically would not be a contender for me, but why does he look so like mischievous and sexy in the photo?
He's like the silver fox. He's like a silver fox in this picture that you picked.
He looks like a little snack.
So how do we want to do this? Do we just want to say who we're going to run, hike, and yoga with? And do we want to go in a particular order? Or
You go first, Tom.
Yeah, you go
Who do you want to
first.
run, hike, and yoga with?
All right, so you got Karate Chop, Tom Selleck, and Sam Elliott.
Yes.
I'm gonna. I feel like this maps perfectly to run, hike, yoga.
Oh.
Because if I ever got to the point where I could run with Karate Chop,
Fair enough.
I feel like that would be a religious experience.
Yeah.
I would definitely hike with Tom Selleck. I gotta think he has stories.
True.
Yeah.
And this is Magnum PI Tom Selleck,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
up here.
I would spend the entire time asking him about 3 men and a little lady.
Yeah.
Not even a baby.
Oh, and a baby. I meant that one. And then Sam Elliott, like, if we're truly doing yoga, think of his voice.
We're
his voice.
relaxing.
It
Think of
is.
his voice leading you through yoga. That would just
Me
it would do something to you.
Now, okay, so for me, I would run with Karate Chop, but I would like to ride on his back like Yoda did with Luke and just have him carry me. Because that's the only way I could keep up.
All right, if anybody knows Photoshop, make that happen.
Like I'm Yoda in the backpack. And then I would hike with Sam Elliott because I feel like he knows the woods very well.
He looks like it in that picture.
He
for sure.
looks,
Yeah.
yes. And I feel like he'd keep me safe. And then I would yoga with Tom Selleck in all of that body hair.
Those shorty shorts, those Magnum PI
See?
short
Shorty
shorts.
shorts.
I personally know that karate's super into yoga.
That's true.
Oh.
Like
he is.
he's a hardcore Adrian fan.
He is.
He's been doing
Oh.
the 30 days.
Yep.
So we get to see him do. He's on his IG sometimes doing some poses.
Yes.
So I think he's super meditative now. So I think karate would have a very calming way about him and guide me through some very difficult yoga with
I
Adrian.
can see that.
Makes
So
sense.
I think that I would choose to yoga with karate.
Okay.
Then I guess I would hike with Tom Selleck, which means that I'd have to run with Sam Elliott, and I'm not sure what that'll look like, but I guess that's what we're doing.
Okay.
That would be a delight.
So the next round, I was gonna break these into male and female, but I am not. You're gonna have to decide the couples. So it's 3 couples from the Netflix.
I'm so excited about this one.
Christmas and royal world building movies. We
Now,
have
I have a clarification
Yes.
question. Is it the actor or is it the character in the movie?
we're gonna go with the characters.
Okay.
Characters.
Oh, this one's going to be hard.
So we have the prince and princess from the Christmas Prince. We have the prince and princess from the Princess Switch, which would of course be Vanessa Hudgens. The first 2 people, I have no idea who they are. They're just in the Christmas Prince. I don't know who the prince
The
is.
cinematic universe
Yeah.
of the Christmas Prince.
That is the Christmas Prince.
Yeah, I don't know who is in the other movies with Vanessa Hudgens. I just know it's Vanessa Hudgens in it with the guy. And then, of course, the newest edition, the royal treatment couple,
I can't.
Laura
I can't wait to watch
Morano.
Which I was going to say, I don't think Tom and Diana have seen this yet.
Yeah, Laura Morano, of course, Austin and Ally fame.
it. But I get the vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear her
Oh my
New
God.
York
Just
accent.
wait. I can't wait. I cannot
Is
wait.
it
I can't
is
wait.
it better that is it better or worse than Little Italy?
It's better in the fact that it's just overall better.
Yeah.
But the whole
accent?
the accent itself is better, but the whole vibe of all the New York women is is something to behold.
Oh my, it's amazing. Yeah.
Also, I've been doing kind of old workouts on Peloton, which is now the cult that we all talk about. And it was like the week of Thanksgiving, and Robin just started talking about Hallmark and Netflix Christmas movies. And then she went on this like 5-minute rant. She's like, well, and then I watched the Netflix one with Vanessa Hudgens, and she becomes Princess of Moldova. And she said it during a workout.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
So great.
And I died. I died. All right. So I can't spend any extended time with a Christmas Prince, so it's got to be Run to get that over with. Because both of them are
insufferable.
Just insufferable. Insufferable. I don't know. Now you've warned me about an accent that I'm not familiar with, so now I'm not going to risk a hike with that. So I'll yoga with the royal treatment.
Good choice.
Then hike with Vanessa Hudgens.
Honestly, Diana's got me pinned on that. Like, that's like on the nose with what I was going to go with, because I, like her, find the Christmas Prince insufferable, and I just would have to get that over with.
They are just the
Whereas
worst.
I would want to spend as much time as possible with Vanessa Hudgens and all of her accents, but I mean, I know I'm
all
only
of
getting
the accents. I only want to go if Fiona's going to be there.
Yes.
True.
And then that would leave yoga-ing with the royal treatment.
I guess, okay, so I guess I would definitely hike with Vanessa, because that would just be a delight, because I feel like I know them the best.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
I feel like I'd run with the royal treatment because I know them the least, and I'd want that over with quickly, although they could be delightful. I guess I would yoga with the Christmas Prince, but only because the female lead in that is also in a show called Ghosts.
Oh, which is great.
which is really funny.
It's great.
It's a comedy, and
Also-
she's a delight.
Are we forgetting the amazing notes she would take of the experience afterwards?
Yes.
Oh my
Fishy?
God.
Question mark?
Yes. So that's how I would handle that.
Okay.
Excellent.
I know who one of these people are.
I know who all of them are.
Okay, so the next, since the Olympics are on, I went with Olympians, all winter Olympians, by the way. So first we have Shaun White.
That guy, that shiny man's a winter Olympian.
Yes, we'll get to him. Yeah, we have Shaun White, who of course
I know who that is.
in the Olympics now. Apollo Antonono, of course, previous speed skating Olympian,
Oh, he was on Dancing with the
and
Stars.
on Dancing with the Stars, and Pita Taufa'atofua from, I hope I pronounced it right, I apologize, from Tonga. He of course was in the Summer Olympics and is also doing cross-country skiing in the Winter Olympics.
Okay, I'm going to yoga with him.
Yeah, same.
And you may know him
As
you
the
may know him,
oily...
the oiled up flag carrying Tonga guy.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
well, I'll go ahead
that's
and
how
yoga
people should
with
know
him.
Yeah. And I'll hike with Shaun White because I feel like he's fun. And then I could also Yoda it with
Did you say Yoda?
Yoda.
Yes.
I could Yoda.
Oh,
Yeah, Yoda.
where I ride on him
with Apollo?
with Apollo.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, Apollo's fast. He was fast. I'm sure he still is fast. So I guess run with Apollo. And yeah, I think Shaun White would be fun to hike with.
Ooh, Tom wants to yoga
Wait,
with,
hold on.
the shiny guy also.
I just backed myself into that. Let me switch that only because I don't know anything about the oily guy, and I feel like I could go on a hike with him, and he looks huge. So if a bear came out, he could
Fight the bear.
he could fight the
That's
bear.
probably
and,
true.
We're going to have to post these pictures at some point, so I'll take these
Yeah.
apart and post them on to our stories after this episode
The
drops.
the other
you
guys
can
aren't very
see-
big.
So you
Yeah.
can see oily man that we're
Yeah.
talking about.
The other
So,
guys
okay,
aren't
so-
very big, so yeah, he would
I
be
thought
better
that was a
hiking guy.
photoshopped person. I didn't think it was real.
So yeah, I would yoga with Sean, run with Apollo, and hike with Oily Man.
There we go. Okay. Well, for our next round, my theme ended up being
It's the theme.
Denzel and his co-stars.
Oh,
So, of course, we have Denzel Washington. We
Co-starring with
have
himself.
Ethan Hawke, who he co-starred with in Training Day,
Training Day.
and Mark Anthony, who he
Didn't see it.
co-starred with in Man on Fire.
Oh,
Didn't
Man
see
of
it.
Fire was good.
Yeah.
I like
Really,
Man
I
of
just
Fire a
wanted to
lot.
put very, very handsome older Denzel from Macbeth on there. That was my whole goal. So all of these are in as they are in this picture, not younger days as they are now. All of them a little gray and gravely bearded.
I'm gonna hike with Denzel, going to yoga with Mark Anthony, and that leaves me running with
That's not bad.
With Ethan.
See, I'm going to yoga with Denzel. I'm going to hike with Ethan. Even though, don't even get me started on Reality Bites and who she should have picked. And then that leaves, I'm going to run with Mark Anthony.
I'd like to spend as much time with Denzel. So I guess I'm hiking with Denzel.
I
Yeah,
like
see,
that.
that's why
Yeah.
I went with Denzel.
Makes sense.
I wanna.
I'd like to turn Denzel into that oily man.
Yeah, I get that.
She wants to hike. I mean, she wants sexy man Denzel.
Mhm.
You know,
I guess I'd
And even there, like just
some couples yoga.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'd yoga with Ethan, and then I would run with Mark Anthony because I'd want to get that over as soon as possible because he is essentially a poor man's Enrique Iglesias.
oh yeah, Tom's an Enrique stan. I don't know
Oh
if
my
you guys
God.
know
Oh,
this about
really?
Tom, but Tom
What?
is really into Enrique
Of all
Iglesias.
people.
Remember that time when Enrique Iglesias, Ricky Martin, and Mark Anthony were
Oh yes.
Huge.
it was like that
Yeah.
summer where they all had
Yeah,
dance
yeah.
hits.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Like he's clearly the lesser musician.
This is not a joke. Tom is really into Enrique Iglesias.
Let me be your hero.
Oh,
All
my
right.
God. There you go. He could sing that to you.
That's true.
All right. Well, for the next one, we are back to Olympians. We are back with our female Olympians. We have one
That's
summer Olympian.
Tara Lipinski?
Yes, that is Tara Lipinski.
Okay.
So we have Tara Lipinski, we have Christy Yamaguchi, and we have Lindsey Vonn, of course, the skier.
I'd want to hike with Lindsey Vonn only because I'd ask her about Tiger Woods.
Oh, yeah, good point. Good point.
See, I was thinking I don't
Um,
know whether I want to spend that much time with her.
I would
No.
yoga with or Christina
Christy.
because Christy Yamaguchi, because on a recent episode of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy,
That's true.
she came out and like gave a little girl tips on figure skating,
Oh,
and she seems like a very nice person.
Yeah, she was very nice.
there you go.
And then I'd run with Tara.
There you go. I also confused and thought Tara was a gymnast. She's not. She's a nice skater, of course.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, because
she's,
she looks
she's
like-
with Johnny Ware.
Yes.
I was
yeah.
gonna say she kind of looks like that other.
She does look like the
gymnast
one
that you were
woman who
thinking
was a
of,
gymnast.
yes.
Yeah, who I can't think of at the moment.
Sean. No, I'm blanking. I'll think of it, and then it'll be like
Mm-hmm.
midnight, and I'll be like, "That's who I was thinking of." Anyway, I want to run with Lindsay
Okay.
because I don't think I want to spend that much time with her. I'm going to hike with Christy, which leaves the last girl. What's her name?
Tara Lipinski.
Tara Lipinski. I'm going to yoga with Tara.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. All right. Solid choices.
I'm going to run with Tara.
Mhm.
I'm going to hike with Christy,
Mm.
and I'm going to yoga with Lindsay. I know nothing about. I don't know anything about Lindsey Vonn. She's been on the Today Show every morning,
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
She was a world class skier.
unless
broke
it's
her leg.
another blonde
skier.
winter sports woman.
All right.
Was she married to Tiger Woods?
I think they were just.
I thought they were just
dating,
engaged or
maybe
something.
engaged or
Did
something.
get
They dated
engaged
for a
at one
while
point?
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe
Okay.
it was right around her retirement time, right? Something like that. But our next round is the catfish round. So we of course have Max from Catfish, Neve from Catfish, and the worst co-host in the history of Catfish, Machine Gun Kelly.
Was he on Cashfish because he's weird around teenage girls? Is that like why he was on the show?
I'm gonna need y'all to stop hating on MGK.
It's possible.
It's true.
So we have the worst co-hosts, MGK, Neve, and Max, of course.
Well, you run with MGK because you run away from him.
Yeah, I mean that's easy. That's an easy one.
Just awful. And then you hike with Neve, and then you yoga with Max.
I think that's probably true.
Yeah, I mean I think I'm all on board on that one.
Hot take. I would
Tom loves MGK.
hold on. I would run with Max, I guess.
Neve is
'Cause
a
I don't know.
marathoner, don't forget.
Yeah.
3:20 marathoner.
He didn't win Dance with the Stars, right?
No, he should have won.
Yeah. I would yoga with him and ask him why he lost.
Oh.
And then I would hike with Machine Gun Kelly, and I'll tell you why.
You want to spend a long time with him?
Because him and Megan Fox are inseparable, and they're weird, and I just feel like I would soak up so many good stories, and she might be there. And y'all know I'm a fan of Mego. I call her.
There you go.
So I'd hike with Machine Gun Kelly.
No, okay.
Also, this photo of him is just awful as well. It's just, I hate everything about him. God.
So we have Machine Gun Kelly related women, kind of. So we have, of course, Megan Fox, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have Halsey on the right. And then because Travis Barker is involved with everybody, we have Kourtney Kardashian in the middle.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
No, ladies first.
I'm going to hike with Megan Fox. I am going to yoga with Halsey. And I'm going to run with Kourtney.
Ooh, yeah, I definitely need to run with Kourtney.
Although, I don't know. I feel like she would just talk the whole time, so it might be worth hiking with her. But I know. I'm going to go with my gut.
I'm definitely hiking with Megan. Although Halsey's kind of weird.
Have you seen all those videos of her singing in a mall?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Let me say I'd hike with Halsey because I feel like I know the least about her, and we'd at least have good conversation. You're definitely running with Kourtney because I just don't care. And then I'm gonna yoga with Megan Fox for every reason that I don't want to get into right now. But
for the euphemism of yogaing, is that what we're going with?
No. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Obviously, I got to run with I guess Kourtney. I actually am going to go with Tom on this one though, because I think that at least I don't know that I'd really find Megan all that interesting enough to hike and spend that much time with her, whereas I don't know much about Halsey, so I'm going to go
Not bad.
the Tom route and spend some time with her and see what she's about. Which leaves me yogaing with Megan, which I can just do real yoga with her.
If anybody's interested, Halsey is coming in concert to Merriweather Post Pavilion here in Columbia, Maryland. And there is a $20 Groupon to go see her.
Tom,
oh my God.
This is like the fourth time he's brought up seeing Halsey. The first time he did it, he was like, hey, did you know Halsey was touring? And I was like, name a Halsey song, Tom. Like, I know, like, what?
The only Halsey song I know is the one that she does with Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Full circle.
God.
Full circle.
All right, so our next set is
this is our last, right?
our last set. They're all
Last set, best set.
in romantic films, classic romantic films. I don't know if New Year's Eve is a classic romantic film, but I wanted to put Halle Berry in there. So we got Halle Berry from New Year's Eve and a million other things, of course. Rachel McAdams from The Notebook and Angela Bassett from How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
Okay, my mind went to What's love got to do with it?
Oh, there you go. That
Is
too.
that her? No, she's not in that, is she?
Yes, she is. No.
is?
Wait, did she play Tina Turner, Angela Bassett? I think so.
Who played Tina Turner?
I believe it was Angela Bassett.
Is she the one with the amazing arms?
Yeah, she had killer arms in that.
Angela Bassett in that picture looks so good.
I think this is that image might be from when Stella got her groove back, which was like the mid 90s or something. Or how Stella got her groove back, whatever.
Young Tay Diggs.
Yeah.
I feel like you yoga with Halle Berry and you hike with Angela Bassett and you run with Rachel McAdams. And I will not be offering any additional feedback on that.
I would definitely also run from Rachel McAdams. I mean, run with Rachel McAdams. I think that I would see yoga. Angela Bassett in this picture, I want to yoga with her in the euphemism kind of way. No.
Oh. All right.
Gosh, but she would be so interesting to spend some time with. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking.
She's done so much. You got so much to talk about.
It's true.
Yeah, I guess I'm going hiking with Angela Bassett, which leaves me yogaing with Halle Berry.
So I feel like everyone's forgetting that Rachel McAdams is in probably the best romantic comedy
Red
of
Eye.
all time that is also about time travel, and it's called About Time.
Oh God. Oh wait, didn't we watch that?
It's
Wasn't
so
it
great.
terrible?
Of course you thought it was terrible. So
I'm gonna have to
that
look
means
up
it was
I'm
awesome.
gonna have to look up my.
Oh yeah, no,
Letterboxd
that's
review.
the one that I feel like was problematic.
Oh yeah.
Anywho, me and Rachel are going to go on a hike and talk about Time.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to
I
FaceTime
remember it being problematic.
and I'm going to FaceTime both of you and we can talk about it. I'm going to yoga with Halle Berry and I'll ask her about that Catwoman movie. That was pretty bad. And I guess I'm running with Angela Bassett on a beach in Jamaica.
Oh man. That was our run hike yogas. Yeah, I tried to relate them somewhat together.
Yeah, we'll post I'll take these pictures and post them on IG and we'll get your feedback.
Yeah.
I always think this is great because, like, it gives me a little peek into, like, the celebrity culture that surrounds Michael. And that fascinates me.
Speaking of Instagram real quick, I just want to note that I bought a mug that says, "I'm sorry I'm late, I saw a dog," and Michael decided that I was going to need to throw away another mug. Then he posted on our Instagram and said, who thinks that you should throw away a mug?
Everybody's
and I
a
will
hoarder.
say that it is the most popular poll we've ever had, and only like 4 people, 2 of which are on
Including
this
Tom.
podcast.
Stop hoarding.
One being
Stop
Michael,
hoarding.
2 being Tom, 4
here's-
people in total said you throw
here's a
away
question.
the other mug.
Stop
Everyone
hoarding.
else-
Here's a question. Were those 4 people that said stop hoarding men with wives that keep buying
No, actually,
frickin'
the
mugs?
other 2 people were women. One being Kate.
Thank you, Kate.
Oh, Kate's a minimalist.
Thank you.
And I don't.
We have so
I'd
many
have to look-
mugs.
I'd have to look to see who the other person was. But there was only four people. For most of the day, it was just the 3 of you. And then coming in at the end was a 4th person. I was like, oh, you got another one.
I feel good about that.
Me too.
I feel like we can help the world solve their hoarding
You
problem.
were all of like 5% of our poll results.
Sometimes you have to break the mold.
Anyway, beyond that, we'll post all the run hike yoga stuff onto our IG, and we'll get you some of your thoughts.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, should we move on to closing us out with tell us something good?
We could do something good.
Tell me something good.
I'll go first.
Tom.
So there's a show, I think it's on Netflix. It's called Murderville.
It's silly.
It's Will Arnett, and basically it's like a murder mystery crime comedy thing, but it's like improv comedy where it's like Will Arnett plays a cop. He's like silly, and everyone else is part of that like universe, and then like some random celebrity will be like there as his partner, and it's that person is unscripted. So like they just have to kind of go along with it and solve a crime.
Yeah, so it's like if you do one of those like games where it's like a role play game where everyone's in character trying to solve a crime.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of those like it's like a murder mystery
Like a murder
party.
mystery.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But everyone knows it but the celebrity, and then the celebrity just has to improv and go along with like whatever craziness is happening. It's pretty cute.
Yeah, I think it was a little slow to start, but like there's only 6 episodes or half an hour.
Conan was really funny.
Yeah. What's her name from Schitt's Creek was on it?
Oh yeah, she was good.
Annie Murphy.
Oh, okay.
She's good. Kamal Nanjiani,
Yeah.
he was good.
What else do you got, Diana?
I don't know. I've been watching so much stuff. I had a huge list, but I figured I'd go to What We Do in the Shadows.
That show is so funny.
So yeah, the movie's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so great, and I've been wanting to watch the show, and I've just been putting it off.
I knew it sounded
And
familiar.
I finally watched the show,
Okay.
and it's hysterical. Also, it is a very specific type of humor, much like the movie,
Yeah.
where a lot of the times I'm laughing hysterically out loud, and Tom is just staring at me in the TV. So I don't know if it's for everyone. It's kind of a mix between like super smart humor, but also like a joke a 12-year-old boy would say.
True,
It's like
Yeah,
weird.
yeah. Okay, I know.
It's
the
that-
vampire
it's that-
thingy with where it's
Yeah,
like a docuseries.
it's like a mockumentary.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh
It's
my God,
I'm like,
it's so
it sounded
funny.
so familiar when you wrote it on the new show notes, and I'm like, I cannot like place what this is, but we watched some of it. Didn't
Yeah,
we?
we've watched a
I
few
watched
episodes.
Yeah, we watched.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
It's
watched the
hilarious.
whole thing
Yeah.
in like a few days. It is just so
Yeah, I don't
stupid
think we ever
and it's
got through it all, and I don't know why.
It was just one of
it's
those things.
Taika
we were
Waititi
watching.
humor,
Yeah.
and it's just delightful.
Yeah.
He shows up randomly. It's just so great.
Well, I've been watching, or I binge watched while Michael was snowstorming it with his 16 inches of snow down at work all weekend. I binge watched in one day The Sex Lives of College Girls on
So jealous. I haven't
on
watched
HBO
it.
Max. It's the new Mindy Kaling show. It was hilarious. I loved it. I know it's like I'm probably a 40-year-old woman, not the target audience, but I don't care.
It's okay. A 40-year-old woman wrote it, so
It's true.
Well,
That's true.
wrote and
point.
created
That is
it.
true. That
Yeah.
is true. The characters were hilarious. Everything about it was great. I really need Diana to watch it so that we can talk about it because it was so well written, and the characters it took me back to college and you know how girls would talk about. I mean, it's definitely a little bit more progressive than like anything else that was on TV during our college lives, but it was definitely like what was happening in our college lives.
Yeah.
So it just felt like super relatable, even to me as a 40-year-old woman thinking back to my college life. I just thought it was really great.
Mine is another adult show.
Oh God, I'm like, what?
No, it's
it's not.
I am picking a good kids / family show called
wholesome.
The Secret of Sulphur Springs, or Secrets of Sulphur Springs, which is I believe it's a Disney Channel show, but also on Disney Plus. It's just a fun time travel / paranormal show, super family friendly.
Yeah,
Good show,
it was your Something Good season 1. Season
Yeah.
2 is out now.
Yep, we watched season 2. It was really fun.
We're not through season 2 because I don't think all the episodes were out.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the
Episode
end of
8?
the
It
season
wasn't.
or not.
I don't think it
Yeah.
was.
Didn't feel like a finale.
Oh yeah, Disney Plus does like a weekly release.
Yeah.
So it could not be over.
I
That's
don't think
true.
it is. And I think that it's like super it's a fun kind of mystery, kind of keeps you on your toes, but it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, it's just fun. I agree.
Very wholesome.
Yes.
Like me.
I don't
That's
know if
true.
I go with that.
It's true.
Diana would enjoy it.
Yeah, we haven't watched it yet.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
wanna- I
why.
wanna
We
see
need
that.
to.
And they're quick episodes too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like stuff with quick episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 20 some minutes. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that brings us to the end. Just a quick shout out. We have a lot of new folks that have started following us on Instagram. Please interact with us. Let us know who you are. You know, when we send out the the amazing posts about goal getters, please let us know what your goals are. We love this community. We love everything about it. You know, share the podcast, you know, rate, review, subscribe, all that good stuff. And this is Tom for Aaron, Diana, and Michael, reminding you what my mother used to say.
Go to bed, Muffin.
Hold on.
He's got to look up what his mom said.
Reminding you what my mom always used to say. The older you get, the better you get, unless you're a banana.
I can't.
That's actually a quote from Betty White playing the character Rose on Golden Girls.
Oh, Betty. We love you.
Betty.
Yeah. All right.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. I've got Taco Bell burps, and it is just miserable over here.
Again, this is a visual. I mean, this is an audio medium, but Diana is currently melting next to me.
It's just, it feels like I've poisoned myself.
And you can find this at the end of the episode.
Most likely.
All right. How am I pronouncing this?
Kizzle.
Kizzle?
Yes,
that's Linda.
Oh, Kizzle, who's performing at the halftime show at the Super Bowl this weekend. It sounds like a rap name. I sound 800 years old. Ooh, a rap name. What
is
adding
happening?
Strength training.
she sounds like a kid who's new to like attending classes on Zoom.
Who's new to
Just
reading.
not focused. Like and literally the job is to read off of a screen.
I volunteered to do this.
Oh, God.
You should have known.
We're sorry,
You should have
Linda.
known.
We're sorry.
All right.